So I guess we're gonna start with some pop culture right quick. Um,
Hmm.
El Chapo's wife was arrested again on drug charges. Um, a lot of people are saying like she already said she ain't know nothing, which come on now, it's cap. It's cap.
Hmm.
She knew. She knew. Who pays for a all gold AK-47 and shit like that? Come on now. Come on now. You're internationally known as a drug trafficker. You knew. I didn't even know her name.
Wow.
And well, it's rumored that she's gonna flip, but I don't really know. I didn't really deep dive in this. I know that Young Thug has changed his profile picture to her, and he gave an explanation. I didn't deep dive in that either. I didn't really care. Like that seemed like something I would have thought a woman would do personally.
What?
Change their profile picture to her. I would have thought a woman would do that. You know,
Um, Young Thug, man.
it's Young
He's not
Thug,
a
so it is what it
he's
is.
not a man nor a woman. He's just Young Thug. He just YSL. You can't judge a YSL nigga, man.
No, I mean when
You seen Latif?
I'm waiting on Key Talk to him too to come out while we speaking on him. That shit's probably gonna be hard.
Hmm.
Um, I need to stop saying but when I had saw it, I was not surprised. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. It's Thug. And anyway, most of those mafia bosses and cartel kingpins and shit were racist anyway. So I don't know why they're so revered in the rap community anyway. They didn't like niggas to begin with. So I don't. I never understood that. I never understood that.
I think it's just because they were selling drugs and the rap community glorifies selling drugs.
Yeah, that's true. You know, them niggas don't. They're not gonna look into it anyway. Um. hmm. Well, I don't know if she's gonna tell a snitch or rat or whatever. Um,
I doubt it.
I doubt it, but who knows? Who knows? Who
That's
knows?
true.
Who knows? But
I
man,
feel like
she look good in this picture. Hold on, let's see all these pictures. One of four. Okay, okay, okay. Chopper, I see you, dog. See you. I'm sure you got plenty of them though. But she probably was the bottom bitch, maybe. I don't know. Let me not speak on that girl. I mean, like, no one's gonna see this. It doesn't matter. This podcast is trash. It doesn't.
true.
It doesn't matter. Shit probably deserve 1 star. It doesn't matter. We'll go on. We'll go on. So I've been watching the news recently. Um, I'm not the one to watch the news, but they make us watch it at work, and I'll be looking at the shit, and I'm like, this shit is crazy. Cause they're the whole thing that they've been talking about, like starting school back over again and shit,
Hmm.
and um, but recently they've been tying like school being closed to these kids committing suicide. I'm like, bro, I, I'll be damned if the school being closed is the reason I kill myself. Like that. I was like,
Yeah,
how do you even spin that story to that? I don't know, but you
I
know,
see a way to spend it, but that's not the majority of kids,
yeah,
you know, existence.
right,
Like abuse at home. I feel like you have more kids killing themselves from school related abuse than home related abuse. And even if it is home related abuse, school doesn't really stop home related abuse because you go right back home after school.
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either because the kid that they were had the whole think piece about. Rest in peace to him for sure, but he was a popular football player, all that shit. It was like, man, I don't think school being closed was the reason. I wish high school online would have been mad easy. I wouldn't do college like that online. That'd be fuck that. That'd be trash. But since
It's
I was
alright.
talking about school, I seen this one thing that Washington is doing, and they was playing the clip that was so hilarious. But this is how the band is practicing, and
Ooh, they got the hot box pod.
my dog, they in there looking like white owl, great white swishers, bro. These are bad. Like,
Bro, I bet it's hot in there. Just a bunch
yeah,
of like
looking
circulated breath.
looking just like that, man. I saw that shit, bro. I was like, dog, let them kids not do this, bro. They already like 6 feet apart and shit. What is the purpose of this?
Well, I don't know. I just think, man, they shouldn't even have kids at school at the moment. It's just
Bro,
extra.
this shit look like these niggas look like a loose cigarette. Like they bag loose cigarettes. This shit, boy, they look like a Nick sack. This shit is this shit is stupid. I saw this shit, but I would have quit the band immediately. Like, nah, I'm good, dog. But as you can see, this ain't our kinfolk. So yeah, I would have quit that shit immediately. Look at this nigga.
No. Oh, he's down bad. He's really down bad right now. That's
Bro,
unfortunate.
yeah. And then what? Students return from every morning, so they're opening up the schools and stuff.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, people been going in. Mostly the conservative crowd been going in about the teachers don't want to work and shit. And it's like, especially the military people that I work with, is like, well, we get everything funded to us, so we want cleaning
Hmm.
supplies and shit. We got an allotment to spend, and we can get that without spending our own money. Teachers have to spend their own money, and their coworkers are dying because if you the average teacher is 50 plus years old. Like every now and then there's somebody that's like under 30. Like out of the whole
Hmm.
student body, there's like what, two or three teachers that's under 30, or
Hmm.
I say under 35.
Hmm.
So I don't be saying nothing because I don't be really caring, man. Like it's not finna change the mind of these dudes. These dudes are in their late 30s and stuff like that. They're they're I won't call them far right, but they're pretty much far right. Which I mean, it's cool. Like they're not bad people. They just got some kind of fucked up capitalist ideas. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, you forgot that you know we get funded, so teachers don't get funded. But I saw that and I was like, man, they don't know what they're talking about, really. But it's all good. It's all good. Oh, I also caught that. What's that? That CPAP, whatever that they was having in Florida, and I caught a little bit of what Ted Cruz was talking about when he said the Republican Party is not just the party of the country club. The Republican Party is the party of steel workers, construction workers, pipeline workers, police officers, firefighters, waiters, and waitresses. That was their whole ploy of like opening up everything and whatnot.
Hmm.
And I already know the jokes are gonna happen down here. Um, but as he was saying that they're not just a party of the country club. They're party of steelworkers. But it's crazy. Like my nigga, you left your people to go to Cancun when motherfuckers ain't have water. Like that sounds pretty country club to me. I understand if you moved your family there and then you came back, like you took your family there, they got on, and you know what I mean, and you did what you had to do. But like
Hey,
this nigga literally left.
hey, hey, bro, your email's showing. Both of them.
Oh.
I ain't gonna close that. and get a bunch of email spam. We're gonna be asking, gonna get a bunch of like emails from dick enlargement pills.
Did they know what I've been searching?
Possibly.
Ain't nothing wrong with a few more inches, you know what I'm saying? Some
Possibly.
girth. Trying to make my shit look like a thick burrito.
What?
All right.
Nah, I'm just joking.
What cost?
But yeah, I had saw that shit and I was like, I can't believe he would say something like that. You clearly left people to die. And like our taxes pay you to help us. And that's what kills me. Like they just turned down the wage, the minimum wage and shit. And it's like, damn,
Yeah.
bro. Like we pay you guys to help us. You're not helping us as a people. You're helping corporations and
Mm-hmm.
shit. But yeah. So he said that he left people to die. And I can say this because I experienced not having power, water, heat, none of that shit. I'm glad I was able to go on base where I could seek refuge because we needed that shit for sure. And he also
That's
he made a joke
crazy.
about that shit in this little dumbass speech he was making. Like he made a joke about it, and it's like, bro, the people that you was entrusted to keep their well being ahead of your own,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like people died, and you joking about that shit. Also, we go with the pipeline workers. I looked that up. Like, bro, that shit was highly illegal anyway. So that should have been
What?
canceled. Like that pipeline, the Keystone pipeline, when it was coming through here, like that's that's territory you can't go through because that's
Uh.
yeah that's the reservation shit.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, everybody, cause I saw that it was like, oh, Biden is is cutting jobs and shit. It was like, yeah, that was an unethical job, bro. Like that treaty
But
has. Do you see how long that treaty has been there?
yeah, I see.
1868, and you just passed like that was foul. It was highly illegal, but they don't have a voice or anything to. All they could do was
Let me see
protest.
the existent. Oh, I see.
You said what?
Damn. I was looking at the existent one.
Oh yeah, like yeah. I mean, they could have continued. They just had to go around that shit. Boom, 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 boom. Go around that shit. But I guess it'd have
True.
been cheaper or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I already know they didn't stop with nobody. They didn't ask for no money, nothing. They didn't pay them. They just, all right, let's go ahead and tear this shit up. So that was good that they did that. That was fucked up. And I don't want to sound like
Mm-hmm.
I'm always ragging on Republicans and shit, but there's some stuff that I don't agree with that the Democrats do as well. So I'll probably talk about them too at some point. I'm an in the middle guy, so I don't really. I'm not a person that's far this, far that. It's more in the middle. Because there's some dumb shit they do
Uh-huh.
too. Like opening up the border. I didn't really understand that logic. If they weren't going to make the border like Ellis Island, you know what I mean? Like
What you mean?
that's supposed to be like the correct way to come into America is through Ellis Island. That's why there's a lot of uh that's why New York and shit is how they say it's the melting pot of America because that's how you're supposed to come in through that way, apparently. So I mean,
You're right.
if they established that at the border, then that'd make sense. But I didn't really understand the purpose if you're not gonna have a safe way to do it. And this is like a horrible time to do that shit too, or in the middle of a pandemic. and you're trying to add all these people. Um, Shit, we don't even have a lot of vaccines being distributed out right now.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that, but I get it. I get it.
I mean, I think it's just for the people that's seeking refuge, you know, and people have been fighting for it for a long time.
Oh, they have. They have. They have.
So
Like I get it. I think
it
there's
is a
oh
bad timing, though.
yeah, it's a super bad timing. I think there's probably a better way to do it too. But
Hmm.
me watching the news and looking at it, all of it's propaganda on both ends. So what one side looks like super terrible, then the other side will make something else look super terrible. But then when you come down the middle, it probably isn't that bad if you see it with your own eyes. But then again, I don't
Uh-huh.
know. Like the whole Portland thing was very broadcast by the conservative portion, and the Democratic
Hmm.
portion didn't show that shit at all. But then you saw videos how they turned Portland into that autonomous zone or whatever it was called. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, yo, whoever is running that shit right now, they got a hard time if they trying to get votes and all that shit because it looks bad. It's just damned if you do,
Yeah.
damned if you don't situation. But it was pretty funny though. It was for my amusement. Oh, also,
You always said it.
hmm?
I said it's funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny because like dude showed me and I was like, damn, because he watches my homeboy he watches Tucker Carlson whatever the fuck that dude's name Carson Tucker I don't know he watches him.
Not like radical. Isn't that like the radical right guy
Yeah, pretty much.
that say wild shit?
I don't he don't say wild shit, but he do uncover he do well I don't know. He's not like Rush Limbaugh or nothing like that. Whatever that nigga's name is. Rest in peace. Fuck that dude. Or Bill O'Reilly. He kind of he not like that. He kind of point out I say the hypocrisy of the Democrats most likely. He's a guy I can stomach to watch. You know what I mean? Like I can.
Is that like that what that white dude, that younger white dude? Cause I'm thinking about somebody not like an older white guy that be saying like the shit in the water, etc., etc. I don't know. I might be thinking about the wrong person.
I can look him up right quick. Yeah, let's look him up. Fuck it. Let's look him up. If I even Tucker Carlson, that's his damn name. That motherfucker got a last name for a first name and a first name for a last name. Yeah, this dude. He ring a bell?
Nah, I don't know. It's one of these white Republicans that say like some wild shit on YouTube and whatnot.
Oh yeah, you thinking of like Rush Limbaugh and Bill O'Reilly. He comes on the news, you gotta watch like
Yeah.
yeah. So he's not gonna say too much crazy shit, but I can stomach him a little bit. Like he's not that bad.
Mhm.
He's not that bad like his counterparts are. Oh, I have been seeing this floating around though. I saw you a little picture. So since the whole controversy with Dr. Seuss and his books, and this kind of picture been floating around. Like, what does
You
WAP?
gotta share the screen.
Huh?
You gotta share the right screen.
Mm. All right, that's a wild picture. But yeah, this picture right, like, there's been a lot of memes saying shit like this. Like, what is the song WAP that is fucking advertised to adults in Dr. Seuss? Like, I don't know why that's in the same breath or anything. I never understood that.
I'm not sure either. What Dr. Seuss books are they talking about? or just Dr. Seuss in general?
All right, so the six, so the company had discontinued 6 books, and the way I think they probably looked at it, they probably was doing some type of audit, and they was like, all right, what are we publishing that's not being sold, so we can just stop. You know what I mean? I'm sure it was something like that, so they probably went through all the shit, but here are the 6 books right here. I've never heard of these books, so I'm like, I don't know why people are mad. Like, no one's ever heard of these books. Only a small few. No one knows what the. I never heard of these fucking books at all.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, so in his past, he's written or he's drawn like
All right, go
racist.
back up. They explained it.
Where? Why these books? Yeah, it's right here.
First paragraph.
Yeah, why these books? Dr. Seuss books have been criticized in recent years over having racist undertones. Makes sense. All right. So, for example, Sodom, Marbury, hey, that's street, mentions a character who is described as a Chinese man, has 2 eyes. Like, basically, yeah, it's just stereotypes written in there. African people, black as hell, big noses, big ass red lips.
Um,
Nah, I mean, basically, but that is like, how, let's see. Let's see, how old is Dr. Seuss, bro? Let's go. When I
that wouldn't
upload.
surprise me though.
Yeah, no, man. Like the
Oh,
dude old as fuck.
it was the time.
This man was born in 1904, dog.
It was the time.
Yeah, I guess he started around the 1920s because he got like racist propaganda shit that he drew, and like, I mean, if they said he was racist, I wouldn't doubt it, man. Motherfucker was born in 1904. I would not, I
Mm-hmm.
would not fucking doubt it at all. Like, that does not fucking surprise me whatsoever. Whatsoever. So, but yes, matter of fact, some other shows, like other stuff has been canceled. What other stuff has been canceled? That's not. They think that it's been canceled because of cancel culture, which some of that shit is bullshit.
I think it
Some
is bullshit that they canceled a Dr. Seuss book. I think it's lame, but at the same time,
they
I
didn't
also think
cancel
that
the book. Dr. Seuss Enterprises did. Like no one, no
well, that's
one.
them.
Yeah, I'm saying no one even knew about this shit. They just announced it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're canceling the book. Not cancel as in getting canceled on Twitter or nothing like that. But I don't think anybody really cares. Who's really out here reading Dr. Seuss books? Even as what
Right,
kid is reading Dr. Seuss books? You know
right,
what I mean? Like nigga, like they canceled Daughter of a Wimpy Kid. All right, is an issue. Captain Underpants is an issue, but not a Dr. Seuss book, man. It really
right.
ain't. The only Dr. Seuss book I can remember is Green Eggs and Ham, and I don't even think I read that of my own accord.
Yeah, the Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham is something that only real niggas know. No, no one else knows these 6 books except for like
That's
a few people.
what
And
I'm saying.
one dude said he had all these books, but he was like he think his mama just ended up stole them or some shit. Which I mean, maybe, maybe. I was like, man,
I don't know.
our mom was a teacher and she was woke. So anything that had imagery of black ass people looking like Mr. Popo was not finna be in the house at all.
I'm weak.
At all. She no. After going to college at Augusta State University, and she went late 80s, late 80s, yeah, late 80s, early 90s. No, the way being treated a little bit different. Have to do shit more than your white colleagues. No, no, it wouldn't be. These
Yeah,
books was not walking in that house. And being a teacher too, like all the books that she brought in at some point were books on her syllabus and shit that she like the caterpillar book, that big ass fucking book. You know what I'm talking about? That big ass book with the caterpillar on
I
it.
don't.
Like his whole journey at the end is like becoming a butterfly or some shit.
I
Um,
don't. That's too far back for me. I can't remember Mama even bringing in books.
true, true, true. She might still
Like,
have it because like that man, I'm telling you, that book is as big as my
what?
my monitor. Like that shit is like 72 inches. It's a big ass picture book, and
Damn.
with like maybe a sentence each page. Like it's a big ass book. But yeah, she wasn't finna bring none of that shit in here. You might would have got away with this one right here, cause let's be real, the black and yellow community ain't really that tight, you know. So
What do you
this
mean ain't really that tight?
I
They're
mean,
not tight at all. I think the yellow community might be more. It's not even might be. Is more racist than the white community.
yeah, I was trying to save face. That's what that was. I was
Oh,
trying
I
to.
apologize. We're editing that out. That's a.
I mean,
That's
the younger crowd is more inclined, like has a better relationship, but the older,
young,
I
the
mean,
younger crowd
yeah, pretty much like the
everywhere.
even the older um Middle Eastern crowd don't really you know like black folk like that either. But they keep putting their fucking stores in our neighborhoods, which makes no sense at all.
Oh, it does make sense, man. As I think gold has always been mined from the poor.
Oh yeah,
They've been frequently.
yeah. We are we're definitely the top consumers of spending. That's for fucking sure. You didn't lie about that. But yeah, I've just been
And I
seeing, just looking at this shit, man. Oh yeah, Disney had canceled some stuff too. They stopped some movies, and everybody's like, the white tears. And,
I
and
wonder
on
what
this
movies they canceled.
podcast, we love to drink the white tears.
Oh, I thought we were saving face. But
It's good cop, bad cop. You supposed to be a good cop this time.
we're editing that out.
Yeah, I just been seeing like, man, these motherfuckers are really in uproar over Mr. Potato Head. They took the Mister off, but he's still Mr. Potato Head. This the franchise's Potato Head. Now they're still missing Mr. Potato Head. Just the franchise is not named that. They thought that this only Dr. Seuss was getting canceled, and it was like, no, there's 6 of these fucking books no one has ever heard of. And
That's
then
interesting.
a lot of shit has been canceled though, but uh, Paw Patrol got canceled. I did not even know that.
Is it? I don't think that can't be race related.
It wasn't. Pretty much the owners was
Uh,
like, from what I'm understanding, because I didn't look up shit, but the the owners were saying that they didn't want to put the police in a positive light because of all the shit that's going on. But it's like this shit been going on. It's just you got more of these phones here, you know, and more of the social media that shit can get out there. So basically, the owners just said fuck 12. That's that's really what they did. They said fuck 12, and they apparently canceled that shit.
that's very interesting because I know Paw Patrol. It had to be making a decent amount of money. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. You know what? Like, fuck racist and fuck racism, fuck police and all that. I think I would never cancel Paw Patrol.
I Because when I saw it in the picture, I was like, Paw Patrol, what the fuck they do? But it was like the owner was like, man, fuck 12, and they can X that shit. And I was like, damn, I,
That's crazy.
that is crazy though. They must have some other
But
shit up their sleeve, like another show or something. Because like Paw Patrol is it's animals, bunch of colors, and they save shit every day. And it's not just the one like they all have different jobs. I don't think they're all cops either. It's just the
oh
main
yeah, true.
protagonist is a cop.
I think there was the fire cop, the fire, fire department thing.
Yeah, I think I yeah. So
I
I
don't know.
didn't
You should know me. I know I've seen that boy Aiden in Paw Patrol pajamas before. You should know.
bro. I have no idea. I really don't. I've even colored. We have a Paw Patrol coloring book, and I colored one of the characters. I still don't know.
Oh
I
wait,
think
bro.
one's like a paramedic as well. I think it's only like three or four dogs. The cop, the
Yeah,
firefighter, the paramedic, and I think that might just be it.
I think, man, I think canceling things for like racist undertones very stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I understand if it was like flagrant, if it's like a minstrel show, cancel it. You know what I mean? But like, if it's got like a black guy in it and he wearing a skirt and he's supposed to be like a tribal representation of like a tribal African, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, that's just stupid. A lot of these cancelings are stupid.
Oh man,
But
like I said, bro, I don't know. I'm trying to find this article because it came out recently um about the Nike vice president and her son that was using her money
mhm.
or a card that he had put her name on the business, and he was scalping pretty much. And I'm trying to find the article that has the pictures of him in like all his merchandise, bro. Did I talk about this nigga? Come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here. All these goddamn ads. Maybe this is it.
Oh, you mean he wasn't scalping? You saying so he was a reseller?
It's same.
Well, I guess that is
It's
scalping.
same. Yeah, it's same because all right, maybe this would be a better. Them ain't the pictures though. Like they went in, bro. They had like the pictures from his Instagram and everything. But I don't think I have to go over this shit. But yeah, Nike accepts Chris over, that meaning.
It's
So,
unfortunate for her,
yeah,
but maybe she was in on it. I don't know. I
maybe
doubt she was in on it though.
she could have been. Like I couldn't. Fuck out of here.
I
I
can't see a Nike executive really like doing that for money. But
yeah,
then again, because I'm pretty sure they check already, Pat. But then again, I their son shouldn't have to do that for money either. So
right,
I don't know.
man, fam. Like this dude, pretty much. So this is what he did. They said he used the Corporate America Express credit card, which was in his mother's name, to build up this stock of his resale business, West Coast Streetwear, and sold shoes for more than $20,000 profit. And so yeah,
Damn.
she had to resign. She couldn't have stayed. Like I'm sure she made a lot of money, so leaving didn't really mean nothing. Um, and that's what's it. Hubert
I'm
Pippen
sure she
used his
had a bunch
mother's
of different
employee
connections too.
discount to purchase sneakers in bulk. Oh,
Then she must have known.
and he said that they said that Hubert denied ever receiving inside information from his mother. He reportedly
Like,
Asked his mother
well,
not to be included in the Bloomberg story. That's crazy, dog. 25 years at that company. Dog, dog. I don't know. Man, I'd be beating that nigga up every day. Every time I thought about it, I'd beat that nigga up. That's crazy.
I'm weak.
I wish I could see the. I wish this article had the one that I have in my phone, but like it man, it had like he had a warehouse. Like this might be it. This might be a snippet of it, but yeah, he had like a warehouse, all these shoes. He had his face in the picture. He didn't have his face in the picture because he digitalized his face. He knew what he was doing, but that is crazy. That is crazy.
Very crazy.
I don't even know if I don't know if a black kid can even pull that shit off. So all these people that was mad about the raffles and couldn't win them, that's why. Cause I'm sure that might have been I'm sure he was in them raffles and shit too, using her
Oh,
discount
if
and
you,
you said what?
I don't know, if he was buying in bulk like that using her discount, that means that he was probably like, I don't know, he was probably paying like Foot Locker prices to get there. What Foot
Probably.
Locker pay? You know what I mean? And maybe even less than that, since he had her employee discount.
Right. He spent man, he spent more than my old house was worth. My old house was not worth this much. He spent like 12 grand more than my house was worth.
Dang.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I wonder what Nike gonna do. What can they do?
Nothing. I mean, they already did what they could do. She's gone,
Oh yeah,
effective
yeah.
immediately.
He used bots as well, so I'm going to assume he definitely probably was in them
Oh yeah.
raffles. He was in them raffles with them bots. Yep, it had to be. Yeah, he definitely had to be. That's crazy. That is crazy. He didn't even have to do that. Like, why? What was the purpose?
Greed, I suppose. I mean, depending on the discount he was and what type of shoe it was, he was prompt to make a lot of money. Like a lot. Like
Mm-hmm.
you see how shoes go. Shoes that retail at like $200, $300 end up like two
Being
thousand.
being 20 grand.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um,
that's nuts, man. That is nuts. I saw that shit and I was like, I feel like I don't know. I might be being woke here, but if it was a black employee and it was her black son, do you think they wouldn't try anything?
honestly, I don't know. 'Cause I think I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. You got the you got that, but you also got Nike. Got to be a woke company because they mainly sell to the hip hop audience, etc., etc. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they gave Colin Kaepernick a bag too.
Exactly. So they sell to the black culture, so they gotta be woke. You know.
Hey, I didn't think of that way. I mean, I kind of did, but I was like, did he use? Because the rumors was that he used her company card, which would have been highly fucking illegal. But if it was just some random, yeah, use the corporate America, yeah, corporate, yep. So they might. I mean, they could if they wanted to.
To do
That's,
what? Oh, do something. Yeah,
hey,
it
they.
definitely
I think
could.
they could if he used the corporate American Express credit card. Cause
Yeah, it definitely could. That's
that's
highly
illegal.
illegal to use the corporate card for that. But
Yeah, that's illegal as fuck. Just like so, the military, we have this thing called a GTC, right? It's basically a government travel card. If you use that shit for anything other than travel while on orders or something like it's for travel and food, but you have to have like orders of you being like you're leaving. Like I've used it on TDYs here and there. I used it when I came back because if not, I would have been sleeping at the airport in Baltimore. And no, hell no, I'm not doing. I did it before. That shit was terrible. So I used that shit, got a room, blah blah blah. And you can use it for that because they reimburse all that shit. But if you use like some people have done it, they use that GTC while they on TDY to get some cash to go throw money at strippers and shit. Oh yeah, they've been lost the reduction of rank, reduction of pay. So that
damn.
yeah, this is about the same right here. Well, I would assume so. But hey, whatever, whatever.
Maybe they were just leaving it at like, having her voluntarily step down. Maybe voluntarily wasn't so voluntarily.
It might have been. Hey, if you want to save your son from being a fucking felon, you might want to go ahead
You
and
know what
step
I mean?
down, Playboy.
Yeah, because, kind of like that time I got fired from the shoe department. I didn't get fired. I left and put in my 2 weeks. But she told me you should probably put in your 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So technically, I wasn't fired,
Nah.
but technically, them niggas fired me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your ass just stopped
Technically, I
showing
left.
up and shit. You weren't even doing nothing like
Nah,
that. Was you?
nah, I was there. What happened was my schedule. I was going to school, so she was like, she wouldn't be able to give me hours, so I might as well put in my 2 weeks.
Ah.
So
I mean, all right.
technically, I left voluntarily. Technically,
Right.
I left voluntarily,
Right. Right. I mean, yeah.
but it wasn't
Yeah.
really voluntarily.
Yeah. I feel you on that one. I know I put in 2 weeks. Shit, sometimes I just said fuck that job and ain't come back.
Cap.
Matter of fact, no, I ain't never done that. I ain't never done that. I'm lying. I'm lying, y'all. I ain't never done that. I've always left a job with some type of respect, at least. But I only had only a few jobs. They didn't give it. One time I tried to apply for Victoria's Secrets, boy, I was horny. I was horny as hell trying to work there.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
And I walked in there, bro. I had dreads too. My shit wasn't even. It wasn't done. They ain't look good. Nothing. I walked in that bitch. I looked halfway presentable, I guess, but that was still the phase of big
So that
ass
means
baggy
not presentable.
clothes. I mean, I thought it
So that means
was.
not presentable. You thought it was, so
I
that
thought it
means not
was.
presentable.
I thought it was.
I, I seen
But
in high school you.
I know,
That's not
bro.
presentable.
I know. This was a year after I graduated too. I walked in that bitch with one of my former friends, and they was like, "Yeah, only women can apply," which was a lie. Apparently, men can apply and work there. But I guess they felt in our spirit that we was trying to slide numbers with the Victoria's Secret bras and panties, probably. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that was like some high dude moment. Like we went in that bitch. Like we just went in there. We was gonna apply for everything in there. Actually, we did apply for everything in there, and but yeah, we was like, bro, because I think my homeboy was like, hell no, man. Like I was like, yo, we could get paid Mac on some bitches at the same time. Nigga, what you mean, no? Man, ain't gonna let us black ass niggas working that bitch. He wasn't wrong. he would not. He was not wrong. He was not wrong at all. I got a question to ask you, if you don't mind me asking you.
Shoot.
All right, so I've been noticing recently, but what do you believe is the decline of black church? Besides COVID, because that's a decline for everything. But recently, like, not too many people go to church. What do you think that decline may be? Why is that
Uh,
decline?
um, shit, you'd have to talk to a nigga that go to church. But I guess, hmm, I guess there isn't really a need for black church like it was in the past. We've always, as a community, the church has always been important as a place of strength and refuge due to, racial related racial related issues. And I guess as racial related issues stopped, less people needed that refuge. You know what I mean? That place to find themselves, essentially. Not stop, but lessen to a degree. We're not over with, but we're still not in the civil rights era anymore. We've made a lot of progress from there. That may be it.
Mm.
And also, faith is just kind of going out of style across all lines. You know what I mean? It's always constantly going out of style and in style, depending on what's happening. You know, what's it called when faith becomes in style again on a macro level?
Oh, I don't know. That sound like
I forgot.
that sound like something I never would have looked up. That sound like that's gonna be a
I,
big word.
it's not a big word. I just don't remember it because it's been years since I've seen it. But anyway, it's a thing when like people come when like the community as a large comes back into the church. It's happened before in like the 19 somethings, and wasn't really the black community. It was more of the white community. But whenever you look at it, they're gonna say U.S. as a whole. But I think church always just steadily falls. Its popularity just falls, and then something happens where people need something to clutch on to, and then it just
It might have been the
rises.
Great Depression. Might have been what made the church. That might have been that area that you might be talking about, like the 1920s.
Yeah.
That
So
sound
I
about
think
right.
I think it just fluctuates depending on what's happening and if people need when people really need faith. There's always the people who stick to the church, but a lot of people are only in the church uh by needs basis, and a lot of niggas just don't need to be in the church like how they needed to be in the church in the past.
Yeah,
You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah,
That makes any sense?
yeah. It does. I mean, there's more people. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but I tell them that they are caressing rocks. Like, there's more people caressing rocks and stuff,
What do you
but
mean?
the crystals and stuff. You know, I,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I talk shit and piss people off, so I tell them you caressing rocks, and they go on this whole talk about the fucking what's it called, the zodiac signs, the rising moon and no rising sun and moon. I don't know what that shit called, man. I don't pay no attention to it because I don't know.
Now, I would love to read an article on why that has become a prominent thing within any community, but the black community in general, why so many people find themselves spiritual. Now, that is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, the
That's
terror.
interesting to me. I have
I
no
mean,
idea.
it is. I try to ask questions every now and then, but it's like they'll give me like a generic answer, and the rest of it is pretty much telling me do your own research, and it's like I'm never gonna do the research. Like
Facts. I don't want to do my own research. All I really want to do is read like a eight, maybe 4-page journal article about it.
yeah,
I want actual people who can formulate ideas well to write a paper about it.
yeah. I really
Cause
wanted
that'd
this
be real
spoon fed
interesting.
to me. I just want,
Exactly.
yeah, because that you'd be searching for a long time trying to find all that shit. Like hell no, I'm good. Uh, yeah, it's funny that that's shit. That's witchcraft these days. Well, I mean, in the old times, somebody be at a stake. You know that was a wild error to tell them she if you drown this woman and if she lives, she's a witch. But there was there was there was no consequence if she died. That is dramatic. If she
That
lives,
is
she's a
very funny.
witch. All right, she died. What do we do after that? You left her with left them kids motherless.
Yeah. Jamel, you're forgetting the most important part, but she died for the cause. You should be glad.
I, yes, man, it's back today. That's for sure. I have a story from church. Um, I think a lot of people don't. My theory, a lot of people don't go to church is because it's a lot of hypocrites in there. You know, they're holy by
I
day,
think.
but like growing up, after I heard some of the stories of like what was going on as a youth in there that I had no idea what was going on. You know, you got women coming in there sitting in the front row with these tight dresses on, no panties on. They fucking the the deacons and shit that are married. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, they having their shoot them the deacons and shit. They're snorting cocaine and sleeping with strippers and shit like that. Like they were living
Yeah.
wild. They were living wild.
I think. I think that also plays a role in it as well. You know what I mean? Less people aren't needing faith as much, and also people are seeing bad church examples. It's sad how that's like it's almost a stereotype of a black church being a bad church. You know what I mean? Like every nigga know that stereotype. Unfortunately, bad in some capacity.
That's true. Cause
There are good churches. I give
oh
them
yeah,
that.
they are. The best ones are the ones that are 30 to 40 minutes long. Them are the best
I
ones.
wouldn't I wasn't talking lengthwise, but true, true, true.
You ain't there long enough
Man.
to be doing all that. Like,
So
you get the word and you eat and you go on about your business. Cause I remember, man, going to Living Word as a kid, bro. We went to every service, so we'll be in that bitch from like 8 in the morning. Come to the next service that, and that one will end at like 5 p.m. Like, bro, he's saying the exact shit he said this morning. Why are we here? Like, why are we here? Why are we here again? What is the point? That we used to be in that
that's rough.
man church. You be in that bitch all day, and I was
I thought I
bad
had it
too.
rough.
And it would be me, Jonathan, Courtney, and all them. Like we were, like, me and Jonathan and shit. We're getting into some mischief, so now we getting in trouble at church, getting our ass beat when we come home. But like nigga, we been here all day. We wanted to ride bikes and build ramps and shit.
Mm.
We got school tomorrow, man. But
I feel you.
yeah, church. Oof. Then Mama started taking us to the white church, which is 30 minutes, 45 minutes. You know, they want to watch the game.
Oh, wait.
Really, what makes the black church so long is the praise and worship part in the morning, in the beginning.
Definitely. And in the end, because
Yeah,
they have praise and worship like twice,
yeah, they,
unfortunately. But I get it.
yeah. Once I had a car, and I was like, yo, tell me when he started preaching. That's when I show up. Praise and worship, I'm cool on that. Man, as a kid, I used to thought like people were dying in church because they put the silk sheet over them. I thought they were dead. Just see them next week. Like, didn't you die? He is real.
Something wrong with you, man.
For real, it was like
But on that note,
it been same people.
I'm gonna have to catch you, man.
Yeah, I ain't had
May
nothing else to
catch you
talk
in an
about.
hour.
I ain't had nothing else to talk about anyway.
I mean, we've reached an hour. We accomplished that. Maybe add one more topic next time. I don't know. We've accomplished that. We've reached an hour.
Yeah, we reached an hour. It's all good. I ain't had nothing else. All the rest of it was to get off jokes at that point. uh, like I said, if you're ready to plug your shit in, we can. We will at some point. I
What we
guess not
talking
right
about?
now.
Oh,
We'll do that at
no,
some
not right
point.
now.
Yeah, you know we're not sponsored by anybody yet. Yet.
Yeah. I want to be sponsored by Yorkshire Tea.
Hey, shout out to that boy. Oh man, have you I saw recently um what's that dude's name? Damn, I can't think of his name. Before we get off, I gotta find his name right quick. Um damn, what's his name? What's his name? I'm sorry, bro. I gotta find him right quick. Um Mitten
You talking
Squad.
about Spiffing?
Mitten Squad.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. He's going through rehab for his drinking problems. So, you know, shout out to him for, you know, realizing that he's having a problem and he's seeking help. Hey, whenever he comes back, I hope he's in better spirit and he has some more good content for us. Cause you fuck with Mitten Squad, don't you?
I know. I don't know anything of the Midland
Oh
Squad.
man, you don't know nothing about Mitten Squad. Pretty much, he
I
do a
won't
bunch
lie to
of,
you.
huh?
I've been watching much less YouTube content, and the only YouTube content I watch is literally if it isn't like a programming tutorial, it's a video from this guy Roll One D3 Gaming.
To
You should go
watch him
watch
play
that.
RimWorld.
Exactly,
Mm,
Rimworld, a bunch of different videos, a bunch of different types of content. He's just extremely entertaining.
that's how I feel about Mitten Squad. Well, a lot of them that I do watch, they're entertaining. He'll play like an old game and set like a ridiculous ass challenge for him to see if he beat it or not.
Hmm.
But yeah, a lot of his undertone jokes and stuff is about like his bad drinking problem. So he's finally, I don't know what happened that made him like, hey, because he had a long paragraph about, you know, disappointing his people, fans, and all that. But he was like, hey man, you know, most people are like, hey man, you gotta, you know, worry about you. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
if you have to take your time to give us some great content, hey man, take your time. Take your time.
I mean, I get the not wanting to leave thing. 'Cause I feel like they feel bad for not putting out content, not because, and partially because they want the subscribers to, have content to enjoy, but partially because they don't want to be forgotten. Kind of like in the rap game, you know what I mean? You gotta
Yeah,
consistently be dropping music,
yeah,
or you feel like it's gonna forget you. Because if rappers feel like that, how you think YouTubers feel, bro? There are more
yeah.
YouTubers than rappers.
There is I think the thing with a rapper, if they stop, the genre changes, so they'd be out the loop. I think a YouTuber, because a lot of them they do take a hiatus in the months that we're all with our family and shit, and we're not
Yeah.
really, you know, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, first, like they really don't they really don't
I feel like
post
they
anything because
I
they're
feel like their hiatus, if they leave for a long time, it's different. They can leave. Well, yeah, it is different for them. You're right. The genre on YouTube changes slower than rap,
Yeah,
weirdly.
yeah. Like the
But the
one
genre does change.
the genre does change, but the far as gaming wise, it really don't. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I
Like,
feel have you have you ever taken a look back at like them gaming videos that are like 10 years old, 5 years old?
yeah, yeah. I've seen them. They're still the same premise. Their equipment just got better.
Well, true.
Their equipment, their delivery on stuff just got better because they've been doing it for that long. But most of the niches that come and dies like the prank videos, those are dead because we know that a lot of those are fake. Um,
I don't think they're
um,
dead. I don't think they're dead.
I mean, they're
I think
not dead, but they've changed to vloggers doing it here and there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like the Logan Pauls of the world. Like they do them, but that's not their whole
Nah, I think
content. Like
it's
there used to be like 10 different channels that's all their channel was prank videos. That was it.
well, that's true. It isn't as big. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. There was the fake ones, and then there was the ones that I really, really commend from the bottom,
Right.
the deepest part of my soul. I commend them for doing real pranks.
Yeah. And I
The
guess
niggas
one
really going to jail for this shit, like
right.
almost dying. Hey, you remember the dude that was doing that in like the hood? Like you could tell it was not a joke
Oh no, they
at all.
like boy. I don't at, at that time it was funny, but now that I'm looking at it, it's like why everybody want to get their jokes off in the hood?
I feel like your reaction and the reaction of somebody from the hood is gonna be way different from the reaction of somebody in the suburbs.
I mean, that's true. Like
But
you are risking your life at that point. Like
yeah, like
recently, a YouTuber was doing a robbery prank and he got killed. Dude shot
that's what I'm
him.
saying.
Like he
I
was
remember
like,
there was literally a scene where dude like pulled out his gun.
oh
You know
boy,
what I
pulled
mean?
out his gun, got the scrap and dropped his gun. It's a prank, bro.
Like,
It's a prank. Like, bro, why y'all playing with these dudes?
yeah, bro.
These dudes are
Yeah.
felons and shit. Like they probably got drugs on them, felonies and warrants for their arrest, and you in they face playing. Like you
I
said,
feel
I
like
commend them for it. It was some good content back then.
yeah.
Watching,
I feel like it's just the absurdity of it for everybody else. You know what I mean?
that's true. That is true.
Like, there's no absurdity of going up and pranking some white lady. Maybe if you're black, maybe there's a little bit of absurdity there.
I mean, you know what's funny? That has been happening. The black people are messing with like white people in Walmart and shit. And I don't know. It's not funny to me. I just feel like, because I'm almost 30, so I guess that it's not for me. Cause I just feel like, why?
True.
Like let them shop and go about their business. You know, fucked up their whole day, most likely. Until the end, maybe, and they might be like, all right, cool, but no.
True. 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 True.
Maybe because I'm more of well, I'm not a shopper, but I know when I am going out to pick up stuff, I don't want nobody to fucking bother me. I'm getting this shit and I'm leaving. I'm trying to remember all the shit that I need, and now there's some nigga rapping WAP in my ear for a video. Like, man, you don't get the fuck out of my face, nigga.
I think it's just you being older and having more respect for people.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. A lot of this shit is like, man, y'all niggas are really taking y'all. You know that clip of Soldier Boy is like he stole my whole flow. You, that's a crackhead's flow. Like he's stealing a crackhead's whole flow, nigga. Going into Walmart, pouring milk on yourself, yelling out some loud shit and running out. That's some crackhead's flow, man. That's how I be looking at it. Like, bro, I'd rather a crackhead do that shit because that shit mad authentic.
I know what you're talking about. Dog, 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 dog. You
What's up?
don't.
What's up,
A
man?
crackhead should be a YouTuber, bro. If a crackhead would be a
Bro,
YouTuber, but that shit would be legendary, bro. I know they would sell. I know they'd eventually sell the camera equipment for crack, but
bro, I'll be tuned in. I'll be the first subscriber. If they're on live,
hey,
I'll be on there, bro. Like as much as you want to feel sorry for them and their mental illness and coping with crack and shit or meth or whatever. I mean, at this point, dog, you should know not to fuck with it. Like the '80s made sense. It was unknown, but it's 2021.
I just think that'd be so funny. Like watching the video. He started out at home, then halfway into the video, he's like in the sewers singing. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
they're funny, man. When I went to Corpus and we was at Big Mama old house on Peabody Street, and a dude, he comes up, he has a cowboy hat on, a pink collared shirt, some he had on some orange cargo shorts and some baby blue like Team J's. And I'm like, where is this nigga going? Where is this nigga going? This was the middle of the summer. Another lady comes up. She has on a thick coat on, like some booty shorts and a like a halter top on with some slides. And I'm like,
Hey,
what?
shout out to the OGs, bro. Shout out to the OGs, man. Real talk. Original content creators, man. Everybody, they need their 10. They need their 10%.
They do,
Whatever,
man. They
whatever
do,
Soldier
man.
Boy said, but they the
Well, they
real
stole their
content
whole
creators,
flow.
man.
They stole their whole flow. Cause boy, when I tell
Facts,
you she
bro.
came up was talking about, I don't even remember what she was talking about, man. I remember it had got sad after a while because she was like, man, they took my kids. I was like,
No.
damn. Like, I mean, it's 105 degrees on outside, and you have this thick ass coat on. And, yeah, like yeah, I'm.
Stop.
Like, they don't need to be with you, dog, at all. But man, I don't remember. I wish I could remember what they was talking about, bro. Cause I was like, this conversation is happening right now. She was talking about, I can't remember verbatim, but she was talking about the police ran at the dope spot. The dope boy always got this big ass dog. They took her kids, and I forgot what that dude was talking about. He was just, that matter of fact, that dude was just trying to find a score. That's what he was trying to find. He was trying to find a lick or something. I was like, bro, you are dressed way too loud to be trying to hit a lick, nigga. Like, you got a pink shirt on, these bright ass orange shorts and blue and light blue sneakers on, nigga. Like, don't you know I can see you?
Oh Lord, that's hilarious.
Shout out to
Dang.
mental illness, man. But
Shout out to mental illness. Hell no.
because
You know what? For real, shout out to mental illness. For real, man. We wouldn't have half the great content that we have now, bro. Let's talk about all these like old content creators, like people who made poems, artists. Van Gogh cut his ear off. Like,
oh
shout out
yeah,
to mental illness for real.
yeah, yeah. He cut his ear off. Shit.
Shout
There
out.
was I don't know if he was R&B singer or a rapper or some shit. I can't
Oh, the one that
remember.
shot this. He a rapper, the one that shot this thing off. I know what you're talking about. You ain't even gotta talk about it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's in the
Apparently he
Bible.
was going through
It's in the Bible what he
apparently he was
did.
going through a spiritual awakening.
Yeah, the saviors. I think one of them. I think that I don't know how that scripture is verbatim, but it's like to save your soul from damnation, you have to give up an eye or some shit like that. Like it's in there. So I mean,
I mean,
it was
somebody had explained it. I remember hearing it. Some spiritual nigga had explained it, and I was like, I understand.
it's like
I understand why he did it. He was like having issues. He was going through some type of spiritual awakening, so he was very like disassociating himself with himself, and was like analyzing all his issues with his like baby moms and everything like that. And that's where all his issues in his life is coming from. And then he was like, the lust, all his issues in his life is coming from his lust and his penis. So he was like, fuck it, cut it off. And then it made sense to him because he was
oh
very disassociated with himself.
oh
He didn't see his body as his body.
he cut
You know what I'm saying?
he cut that off. I man, we talking about two different people.
Oh,
We
oh,
talking about two different people.
oh, wow. Oh,
I didn't know that happened. Damn.
yeah, that happened.
He cut his.
Some rapper did that.
Oh, that's
Got his
wild.
name. Yeah, it's very wild.
Man, that is wild. The dude I'm talking about was like an R&B singer, and he gouged out his eye. Like,
Oh. Oh Lord, that's also wild.
yeah, because I know it's in Revelations that that when that happened, they talk about because you remember when I was into the Bible, well,
Yeah.
and you probably gotta get on this side. Well, it's kind of blurred over there too. Soon, my
Okay.
child, we will see her. But yeah, it's in the Revelations. You remember when I was super in the church at one point? Well, I didn't go, but
Not really.
I was reading the Bible.
Not
Um,
really. No.
Probably
I
not.
remember you talking about
They showed
sleep paralysis.
Yeah, they showed me that Illuminati shit, and it freaked me out. But then again, I probably
Uh,
was like 18 or something, and so like, I think,
But
bro, that was the longest I have ever
hey,
went
bro.
without watching porn, masturbating, any of that. Like, I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't do shit.
It's a
I,
good thing you are 18 now. Because, bro, you would be questioning. You'd be spiritual, bro. You wouldn't be. If you
bro,
was 18 now, you'd definitely be spiritual, bro. You'd be questioning the rocks, as you say.
facts, bro. I was reading the Lord. I think what's the Lord's scripture or the Lord's prayer every morning and every night before I went to bed. Like I did that shit for a whole year, and but
Good Lord.
the thing was is like I wasn't really having the sleep paralysis anymore or anything like that. Because what I saw was wild. Like that shit was weird, and I'm not gonna speak about that right now. We can probably say that for another time. But that, but it was like my life was still shit though. Like I wasn't getting no breaks, nothing. I was like, man, fuck this shit. I'm out. I'm done. That's basically how that happened. I was like, bro, I'm doing all this
Golly.
shit, and like I wasn't expecting anything in return, but I don't know, man. It just that shit was a boring ass life, bro. That shit was boring, bro. That shit was boring. That's like that next year. But I guess since I did that, and then like that next year, I started messing with that girl that's pretty much my walking L. Cause so maybe
I don't know why you live such a monk life.
bro, I do not know.
There's no reason. There's nothing wrong with being religious, but
I do not
it
know.
took you
Like
too far.
I did, man.
So you had like you was in
Yeah, like I had. I mean, it helped a lot though. There was some stuff like I had some bad anger issues, and so I won't say it. It basically was like a spiritual journey, finding out who I was and shit. But then when I stopped and then trying to find out what love was a little bit different. And so
Yeah,
I failed hard at that. But it's cool. It's cool. But trying to
it's
figure
all
out what
right.
love was a
We all
different.
fell hard at it.
Yeah.
I
So
think we all fell hard at it, and by looking at your walking L, she fell even harder at it. Like, still fell.
man, boy, when
Damn.
they told me folks seen her recently, I was like, I ain't surprised. I ain't surprised.
Ew. I used to have a I used to have a Spanish teacher that would call out F like ew, like that's a ew.
Man,
She
big
down,
one.
she down bad,
Oh yeah.
down bad.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. Hey, it worked out for me, man. There's a lot of people that went through the exact same thing to some degree. I just made it out without having a baby,
that's very good.
so so yeah, that's how that. What was I going with that, man?
I don't know something about the spiritual journey.
Oh yeah. Like it did help. Like I ain't shitting on it, but I guess like man, shit started crashing when I stopped, and then I don't know. It's all. I ain't really get no guidance either, too, because it was like I don't. It was funny because like people only saw me when Jordan took me outside, like the hoop. I didn't.
That's fine. That's fine. Sometimes sometimes it's the right time to not be seen by people. At least that's how I feel. I know people don't see me at all. I don't see any of my friends. Nothing. I just be at the house. I'm spending my time like working and studying, man.
Right.
Like it's right time. Sometimes
Nick
that's a good thing.
niggas thought I went to jail. Like that's how long I stayed in the house, bro. Like that's how long I stayed away from people. People thought I went to jail. Like, and I wonder, is that a
Man,
stereotype because that's you don't see a nigga for a long time. That nigga went to jail, but niggas thought I went to jail, which made sense because I was wild, and so me going to jail would have been more likely than me taking a hiatus, Christian spiritual journey. Me going to jail sounded more right at that time.
understandable.
I think I did all that after. I think that was like right after DeQuarius was murdered. Um,
Rest his soul.
yeah, DeQuarius was murdered. My boy Easy, he got murdered.
Rest his soul.
And yeah, so bro, that shit was crazy.
Rest his
That's
soul. Rest his soul.
yeah. When Easy got killed, it was like I was like, damn man, this like, he literally got killed over weed. Like I didn't even know you could get killed over weed. He got killed over weed.
Man.
And I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm out the game. Like, niggas getting killed over weed. Like I get coke and shit like that, but weed, I'm out. I'm out the game. I'm good. I pretty much would like yeah. But if it wasn't school, no one saw me unless like I said, Jordan took me out like, hey, you want to hoop? Like, and I'm like, nah. He's like, bro, you hooping? Get in the car. Like basically, motherfucker kidnapped me to go play some basketball.
Good thing you got people like that out there for you, bro.
You said what?
Good thing you got people like that out there for you, bro. Because all my friends, bro, a lot of them I can't even call them really friends no more. They're like past associates. But the ones I really find friends, that nigga be at house at home all day because of COVID.
That makes
He's
sense.
like definitely afraid of that shit.
I wouldn't want it either, man. Everybody, not everybody, but people talking shit about it. It's like, all right, man, you might survive it. You have a high chance to, but your grandparents and your parents might not. Your great aunts and uncles and shit, they might not. You have a higher chance, but I think that shit's selfish as hell. That shit's mad selfish. Cause I don't want it. I figure if I don't know, my wife's pregnant, we're getting ready to have an infant around here. We got a school kid. I don't want to bring that in this house at all. So
Well, I'm gonna let you go, bro. I'm gonna get some dinner, man.
what you eat, man? What's on the menu?
Uh, um, um, Grandma made some carrots. You know, like that carrots, and they like I don't know if it's boiled, but you know, like sweet carrots.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You got like some hamburger patties and like some greens. I don't know what peppers maybe. I don't know. You know
Oh,
what this
okay.
is? I've been like refraining from eating it because I'm sure you don't want to hear me on here like slurping food down like I do.
Hey, I
No
feel
homo.
you. I feel you, boy. I make fun of you every time too. So
You know what I
I
mean?
feel I feel you.
Hate for that to be on the live stream. If we ever get popular and they look back at like your first couple of live streams, like, nigga, who on here fucking gay, right?
Is our cousins over there? It sound like they are.
Nah, that was grandma. She
Oh,
watching some video.
I don't know.
Some
Where you at in your room?
no, I'm downstairs as I told you. Like I had my
Oh,
plate made, bro. My plate's been made for the past 30 minutes. You got
oh
me?
shit! Damn. All right, man. Go eat, man. Cold food is not good. Go ahead.
All right.
All right, be easy, bro.
Yes, sir.
Peace.